Hello everyone, welcome back to Maka's Kitchen TV. If you're new here, you're very welcome. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys how to make red velvet cake with cream cheese frosting. So if you want to see how to make this, stay tuned and keep on watching. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Share my videos to your friends, your family and your loved ones. Let's get started. Into your clean bowl, you're going to add in your flour. You're going to add in some corn flour, just like the way I'm doing in this video. I'll make sure to list everything in the description box. So I'm going to add in my baking powder. I'm going to be adding in some baking soda, just like so. So once you're done adding in your baking soda, you're going to go ahead to add in your salt. And make sure you sieve in 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder here. Please make sure you sieve them in because cocoa powder always have lumps. So once you're done with sieving them in, next thing we are going to do is to make sure we are going to mix this together thoroughly. Use your hand whisk to whisk this together. Make sure everything is nicely incorporated. Once you are done with that, you are going to go ahead to grease our cake tin. So over here I have my 8 inches cake pan. So I'll make sure to grease them with some butter, and I'll be dusting them up with some flour. So once you're done doing that, next thing you are going to do is to set this aside. So over here I have my clean bowl. I'll be adding in my butter. So go ahead to mix this butter properly with your hand mixer. So make sure you mix for a couple of seconds before adding in your sugar, so everything will be well incorporated. I've just added in my sugar. I'll go ahead to whisk just like the way shown in this video. Once you're done whisking, I'll be adding in some vegetable oil here. So I'll make sure to list everything I use for this recipe. Please make sure you shake them out because this cake came out very well and it was so delicious. I'll be adding in my 3 eggs. Just add them in one at a time and mix together. So I'll be adding in the second one. Keep whisking this until everything is well incorporated. That is what we are doing here. I'm going to add in the last egg now. Then I'll go ahead to whisk this properly. Once you're done mixing this together, next thing you're going to do is to add in your vanilla extract, just like the way shown in this video. Mix this together thoroughly. Once they are nicely mixed just like so, next thing you are going to do is to set this aside. So over here I have my buttermilk. This is the gel food color I'll be using. Just adding few splash of gel food coloring. If you are using a powder food coloring, it's also nice. So I'll set this aside. Into our wet ingredients, we'll be alternating our dry ingredient and the food coloring. Adding half of your dry ingredients into the wet one, then adding half of the gel food coloring and mix this together thoroughly. This cake was so delicious and it's very easy to make. So just keep mixing them until you get something like this. Next thing you're going to do is to add in the remaining dried ingredients and add in the remaining red food coloring with your buttermilk mixture. Mix this thoroughly just like the way shown in this video. Make sure they are completely incorporated. So once you're done mixing, you're going to be getting something like this luscious and airy batter. So can you guys see how luscious this batter look? I'll make sure to remove the hand mix and go ahead to mix this properly with my spatula. Once they are nicely mixed, next thing you're going to do is to bring in your cake tin, and you're going to be pouring in your batter into your cake tin just like so. Please use your scale to measure this out, or you use a measuring cup. So I'm just eyeballing this. Once you can also use your measuring butter, go ahead to bake this cake for 40 to 45 minutes. It's 45 minutes already. Our cake is ready. So if you want to retain the color and moisture of this cake, please do not bake this cake on high heat. So but I used my stove top to bake this cake. If you want to see how to bake a cake in your stove top, please just leave a comment for me in the comment section below. I'll share how I bake my cake in a stovetop. Can you guys see how soft, moist this cake is? So I'll go ahead now to add in some butter into a bowl, and I'll keep whisking this up until it's very fluffy. So once it's fluffy, next thing I'm going to do is to add in my icing sugar. So at this stage it's ready. I'm going to add in my icing sugar and keep whipping this up until it's peeled in color. That is what we are doing here. Please do not forget to scrape down the side of your bowl from time to time. So once you are done with that, just keep mixing. So next thing we are going to do, at this stage is peeled in color, I'm going to add in my cream cheese. So once you are done adding in your cream cheese, you are going to go ahead to mix this together. So once you are nicely mixed, please do not always forget to scrape down the side of your bowl. This video is already very long, I don't know. So you guys, at this stage our cream cheese is nicely mixed. I'm going to go ahead to mix this properly with a spatula, just like so. Make sure everything is well incorporated. Can you guys see how smooth, luscious this is? So it's time for us now to frost our cake. This cake is still moist, so just make sure you level this cake up just like the way I'm doing in this video. Can you guys see there is no dark brown patches on this cake? Just take out the top to level the cake properly for frosting. So we are going to add in the first layer of our frosting here. So make sure you smooth them out just like so. Make sure you spread them out. So you guys, it's not necessary you frost your cake. So why we are always frosting our cake sometimes is just for thumbnails and pictures, you guys. So make sure you add in the second layer of the cake, then add in your cream cheese. Then make sure you fill this in properly. Make sure once you are done crumb coating your cakes just like so, make sure you do this. Once you are done doing that, you scrape with your bench scraper just like the way I'm doing. Once you are done scraping, you are going to clean the top, smoothing the top out, then continue frosting your cake just like one of my friends said. She said you're plastering the cake. So you guys, just continue frosting your cake until you get something like this. Please do not forget to always clean the top, the sides, to get a perfect design for your cake recipe. So once you're done with that, next thing you're going to do is to clean up the sides and just... So at this stage I'm almost done cleaning up my cakes this side. So I'm going to go ahead to use my piping tips, adding some of the cream cheese into your piping bag. You can just do any design of your choice, just like the way I'm doing in this video. So I'm trying to do this rosette, so you can as well not do this, just enjoy your cake. At this stage I'm going to use the leftover, the cake that I trimmed from my cake to design this, then clean this up just like so. Can you guys see how it looks like? Make sure they're nicely cleaned up. So at this stage our cake is ready. It came out beautifully well. You guys, this cake was so delicious. So thank you guys so much for always watching my videos. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Share my videos to your friends, your family and your loved ones. And please make sure you leave me a comment if you like my content. Thank you so much for watching. Remain blessed. I'll see you guys on my next one.